there is a story about a king who once had everything: power, respect, an army that feared nothing. But one day, everything collapsed. In a single brutal battle, the king's army was defeated. His soldiers scattered, his castle was captured, his kingdom was gone. The once powerful king was forced to run through forests, across cold rivers, and over rocky hills, until finally he found a dark, silent cave. That cave became his hiding place. Days passed. The king sat alone in the darkness, thinking about his defeat. Every memory of the battlefield replayed again and again in his mind. "How could I fail?" he whispered to himself. Slowly, the king began to believe something dangerous. Maybe he was not meant to win. Maybe his time was over. One cold morning, while sitting quietly in the cave, something small caught his attention. Just above him, on the cave wall, a spider was trying to climb upward. The spider moved carefully, step by step, but suddenly it slipped. The spider fell. The king watched silently. The tiny creature started climbing again, step, step, and again it slipped. It fell down a second time. The king sighed. "Give up," he muttered. "You cannot make it." But the spider did not listen. It tried again and again. Every time it climbed, it fell. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. The king leaned closer, now curious. "This is pointless," he thought. But the spider kept going. 6 times it failed, 7 times it fell, and yet the spider started climbing again, slowly, patiently. This time, it climbed higher than before. Step by step, it reached the top. The spider had done it. The king stared at the tiny creature for a long moment, and then something powerful happened inside his mind. "If such a small creature refuses to give up," the king said quietly, "how can I?" In that moment, the king realized something important. Failure is not the end. It is only the moment that tests your courage. The king stood up. The cave that once felt like a prison now felt like a place of awakening. He left the cave and began to travel across his land. Slowly, he gathered the soldiers who had once fought beside him. At first, there were only a few. Then more joined. The king trained them harder than ever before. He studied his mistakes. He rebuilt his strategy. Months passed, and one day, the king marched toward his lost kingdom again. This time, he was not the same man who had lost the battle. He was stronger, wiser, unbreakable. The battle was fierce, but this time, the king did not fall. Step by step, just like the spider, he climbed back to the top. And by the end of that day, the king had reclaimed his kingdom. All because one small spider refused to give up. And the lesson is simple. It does not matter how many times you fall. What matters is how many times you rise again.